Are you ready to take your sports fandom to the next level? With the FanDuel Sportsbook app, you're always in the game. Bet on all your favorite sports: NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, college football, basketball, soccer, golf, MMA, UFC, boxing, tennis, and even niche markets like Aussie rules and lacrosse. If it's sports, FanDuel's got it covered with endless betting options, from money lines to same game parlays. Those are my favorite. Funding your account is a breeze. Deposit instantly with over 10 secure methods like PayPal, Venmo, Apple Pay, Visa, MasterCard, or even cash at retail locations. No matter where you are, you can add funds in seconds with a low $10 minimum. And when you win big, cash out fast. Get your winnings via PayPal or Venmo in as little as 24 hours or instantly at a FanDuel retail sportsbook. No fees from FanDuel, just pure convenience. And it's available in over 20 states like Arizona, Colorado, Illinois, New Jersey, New York, and more. The FanDuel app brings the action to your pocket. Download now. FanDuel Sportsbook, where winners play. Okay, so they went on their rant and whatever. Okay, and basically we had said that was the reason we commented is something obviously Vince would say. All right, so Joe, pull up the next tweet. Okay, so then, all right, this week, the original emailer sent us in an apology because he said that, like, okay, what he posted was a quote from Rhea Ripley from 3 years ago. Okay, that Vince said Rhea Ripley isn't over, an actual quote. All right, so Vince did say that. So when he set the record as he'd never said that and something, it's like, wait a minute, you did say this. It's like, so our point of, like, we were commenting on it because that is something you would obviously say is absolutely correct. So there's no, like, Matt, just because you did say it 3 years ago. Okay, so so then Jeff Blaine says they can never bash Meltzer or Dirt Sheets when their source of news is a mailbag in the Facebook group and they don't fact check anything. Well, it's like, you guys should have fact checked yourself, because to set the record, you said Vince never said that, but he did say that 3 years ago. To set the record would have been saying, I said that 3 years ago, but that's not my opinion today. That would have been setting the record straight. Is that so? Are we on the right page? Am I being pretty simplistic in my explanation here? Would everybody agree with this, Joe? You and Konnan?
Yeah, I got you.
Konnan, you agree?
Yep.
This is pretty easy to follow along. Show the next tweet. So I said, okay, I am not wrong. Rhea Ripley is not over as a headline reported of something you said and claimed you didn't. You should have fact checked yourself. The fact would have been, I might have said it since all day. All I do is bury WWE for years now. So then the funny thing is, Joe, pull that tweet under it. Don't take those down.
Well, I have to change it individually when I change a screen.
Well, just keep up the one you had. Okay. So it says, no, Joe, don't go back to the other one I just had. All right. So then the one under that. I said those exact words today on the last episode of Time Out that I recorded without you today. The fact is that you and Konnan framed it like I just made that statement about her today. You know it and I know it. Okay, wait a second, dude. You said last week you didn't say it. Now you're moving the goalposts. Okay, when you didn't realize you had actually said it before, you're moving the goalposts and said that we're trying to frame it like you said today when you didn't even know that you hadn't said it yet. So how would we know? It's like we reported something that you said, which you obviously said, and that's it. That's the discussion. But they're trying to say now that we should have known that he said that 3 years ago when he didn't even know he said that 3 years ago. It's so something like, bro, this guy's freaking out. I'm like, dude, whatever. He keeps calling us shills. I want a job there. Let's fast forward. Okay, when I die and I've never worked for the WWE, you can put on my grave, I was never looking for a job there, right? But I'm not going to go work there. I make enough money doing this, but I just want to get that out that Vince and Jeff they're trying to move the goalpost now after saying that he never said it. Now he's saying, I did say it, but it was 3 years ago. Well, you should just said that right off the bat and there'd be no problem here. That's all you had to say. I said that 3 years ago. But now they're still mad at us because we're framing it like you said today. It's like, yeah, because we thought that's something you would say today, and so did you. Except you didn't think you'd ever said it. So whatever. So I just want to get that out of the way. And now we're done with that finally.
Did you want to talk about the last tweet or no?
What does it say? Well, he's talking about the 3 years ago thing. It's just stupid. He's moving the goalposts. He's changing the whole thing from him saying I never said it to say, okay, I did say it 3 years ago, but you tried to. It's like, come on, dude. You said you never said it, but you had said it before, which is what we thought that's something that you would say, which you had. Period. This is the end of the discussion here.
So he actually canceled timeout, though. You're no longer doing a show with Vince.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. Vince is like trying to talk to a brick wall, you know? Like we could talk about the, you know, like he doesn't believe the social media numbers. He thinks they're good. You know, Netflix is the numbers are down from 5.9 million. It's like, dude, let me read you something here. Konnan, they actually are trying to forward this ridiculous argument that the Netflix numbers are down from 5.9 million. How many years of episodic television has WWE done, Joe?
Well, Raw started in '93.
So how many thousands? It's well over thousands of shows, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I want to read you just a small sample size here. This is the argument that they're forwarding. Okay, so to make it simple for people to understand, right? The Miami Dolphins year 2023, Konnan, that's one of your teams, right?
Right.
Okay, against Los Angeles, they scored 36 points. Game 2 against New England, they scored 24 points. Game 3 against Denver, they scored 70 points. Game 4 against Buffalo, they scored 20. Game 5 against New York, they scored 31. Game 6 against Carolina, 42. Game 7 against Philadelphia, 17. Bro, their argument is saying like they scored 17 points against Philadelphia. That'd be like saying, bro, they're down 53 points from their scoring because they scored 70 points 5 weeks ago. That's how stupid that argument is. No, you average 30 points a game, which is like their basic average. They try to fudge numbers and like, I don't know, man. It's like hopeless what they're trying to do. They're trying to, you know, paint this picture that the WWE sucks, which is in this landscape when they're making so much money and keep getting raises, keep making deals, keep getting raises on their rights fees. Bro, the ESPN couldn't even wait to start the beginning of the year now, Cody. You see that? ESPN starting their shows like in September. It's like
next Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm like, no, it's in September, isn't it? September 20th, I thought.
Okay, yeah, you're right. The one
Yeah,
that's
right.
competing
All
with the AEW show, yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of WWE, let's get into the Raw.
Let me ask real quick. So, Joe, what do you think about this whole thing? I know you're a big admirer of Jeff Lane because you guys both do the same thing. But what do you think about this whole thing?
I think that they were way too touchy about it. You know, they know how the show rolls, and Vince has known Disco for decades. He's known you for decades. And, you know, nobody's taking personal shots. Nobody's trying to harm their business, which is, I think, how Jeff kind of framed it. Like when you say people are leaving, you make it sound like this. I was just trying to find out from our audience what the problem was.
Read all the letters.
Right, because we had heard that from people saying, well, Vince is too negative. I said, okay, well, explain to me what made you leave the brand. And someone wrote in, and Jeff was like, you know, now you're fishing for negativity against our show, and it could hurt the business and stuff. So
well,
I just think
you can make up an excuse for anything. You can justify anything. You can be offended by anything. I mean, you know, but at the end of the day, this actually started because we got like 2 letters in 2 weeks about complaining about Vince. And I don't think we'd ever gotten that. So I asked, what's the problem over there? More people started to write in. Of course, now they look at it as us fishing for negativity because they think we have something against him. But let me explain something to Vince. The reason I don't answer him back on Twitter, and bro, I could bury you like you have no idea. I'm very poisonous when I want to be, is because, and I've said this before, and this holds true. For you to insult me, I must value your opinion, and I don't. I really don't care what you say about me. Mm-hmm. You're bringing up the fact that we're shills and we're this and we're that, and you're taking it somewhere else just to make yourself look good because, and Disco used a word that I've been using for years with you, which is drama queen. You're always a victim. You're never wrong. Everybody's against you. You're always right, you know. And sometimes you need to be self-introspective. We have nothing against you or Jeff, but Jeff, bro, don't come at me with your lame, limp, nothing happening. Nobody knows who you are or were before you got on Vince's show. And even then, the only people that know you are the brand members. Shut your pie hole, bro. No heat with Ben, right? Really no heat with Vince, but I will say this to Vince. It's very striking to me that when everybody piled up on you, Disco always defended you. All he's telling you is the truth. Bro, he told me, and I brought this up yesterday, he told me the truth about a month ago when he said, hey, your commentary on When Worlds Collide was not good. Did I scream? Did I stop talking to him? Did I call you in private and say, hey, I can't believe you buried me on the show? Did I tell Joe, hey, take that out of there? No. He was right. And you got to be truthful to yourself, you know? And that's the problem with you guys. You're too sensitive. It's cool for you to bury him and make this giant puppet of him and all the other that you've done to him. And he takes it in good nature because that's the type of person he is. But far be it for him to call you out on something which you're actually wrong on. And then you do this. But there will be no tit for tat on Twitter. You know, any comments I make, I'll make on the show.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.